The unexamined life, said Socrates, is not worth living. But what does it mean to examine life? In a world that prizes quick answers, how often do we stop to ask better questions? Let us wander together into this timeless mystery. Are we truly living or merely existing? Today, in the shadow of the ancient Acropolis, we walk alongside Socrates, the man who dared to ask why, even when the answers shook the world around him. His legacy is more than philosophical. It's human. His method of questioning compels us to look inward, to lay bare the assumptions we cling to. In an era of endless notifications and curated realities, we yearn for meaning. But can we find it if we don't first pause to ask, what do I truly know? What do I not? And what lies hidden beneath the surface of certainty? Socrates did not claim to have answers. Instead, he embraced a paradox. Power lies in admitting what we do not know. Through dialogue, he stripped away facades of certainty, illuminating truths people feared or ignored. Imagine a tree in a storm. Each gust from Socratic questioning shakes loose the dead leaves of assumption, allowing the branches of understanding room to grow. Think of this in your own life. Have you ever truly probed a belief you hold dear? Let's take an everyday example. Perhaps the belief that success means wealth. A Socratic inquiry might ask, what is wealth? Does it bring happiness? If it does not, what does success look like for me? The method isn't comfortable, but then neither is growth. In his humility, Socrates showed us that the journey toward wisdom begins when we dare to whisper, I don't know. In an age where opinions are often one click away, the act of questioning has never been more critical or more rare. How often do we accept sound bites, headlines, or social media posts without thought? Socrates dared to press pause. And that's exactly what his method teaches us to do, to slow down and dig deeper. Picture this, your best friend is upset and your first instinct is to give advice. But what might happen if, instead, you ask, why do you feel this way? What's beneath that feeling? In the pause between their words and yours, you create space. Socrates didn't just teach us to challenge ourselves, he taught us to use questions as bridges to others. It's in these open spaces, the unanswered questions, that real connection lives. After all, what is dialogue but shared curiosity? Now consider this. What if the answers you cling to most are the very ones holding you back? Pause for a moment. Choose a belief. Any belief. Anything from, I'm not good enough, to, I know what's best. What if that belief wasn't true? Are you brave enough to ask yourself? Tonight, find a quiet moment. Choose a belief, big or small, that shapes your daily life. On a piece of paper, write, why do I believe this? What evidence supports it? What if it's wrong? Let the questions guide you, not the need for an answer. Observe how the process makes you feel. Discomfort, curiosity, clarity. None of these are wrong. They are simply signposts on your journey back to yourself. Socrates didn't leave us answers. He left us a map, the kind scrawled with questions and wonder, pointing us not to destinations, but to doors waiting to be opened. The unexamined life is not worth living, he said. But maybe it's not about living worthily. Maybe it's about living wonderfully. And so I ask you, what question will you ask yourself today?